Hello everyone, this is Jim Okersinski with your weekly lecture video. So today I begin talking about the peer review report and also the peer reviews. Now some of you may notice that the instructions have been changed a bit. I've added some word count suggestions here for your report. Should be somewhere engaging like 75 to 100 words. And then also for the peer review responses there, for your two peer reviews, about 100 words per review at a minimum. I mean, this is a college writing class. One sentence, two sentences responding to the prompts or to the report is really not a peer review. I'm expecting some college level work and thinking here, some suggestions and critical review to move the draft forward, provide some feedback that in some ways adds to the perspective of the draft, some questions that perhaps you as a reader or part of the audience would like to share. This is not a completion service type of an activity. This is meant to be engaging, collaborative, and overall helpful in providing suggestions for the final draft, of which everyone will be graded on. So, in moving over to the board here, I want to thank Hamna. She has provided a little guidance in her review so far. Let me see if I can find those real quick here. Some of you, and I've looked over the discussion board, and I have to admit I might have missed it too. The example that I provided you for the cultural artifacts essay is from my in-person classes at the college. I have two in-person English 1101 classes, 002 and 00, well, I should say 023. So in order to provide you an example, I was able to grab those cultural artifacts essays because they have written that earlier in the semester. So remember, that's the example of the artifact essay. It is not your class or course. Your course is Net 49, 1101 Net 49. So you might have checked your documents as you um, submit your final drafts, or if you're still working on your first draft, because yeah, that's your section. Okay, that'll settle that. Also, if you all want to take a look at Hamna's review, I suggest that is a good example. It more than likely meets the criteria I mentioned in the word count there. Remember now, the important part of the peer review is how does the draft meet the objectives, the instructions of the assignment? Is it um, emphasizing the cultural artifact as significant personally, how it's contributed to their identity, right? Shaped the individual writer, who they are. And if you have any questions about the draft and if it's accomplishing that, then you should raise those as part of the audience. You know, writing is always, we think about it as a singular activity that we're writing for ourselves. But in many instances, you're always writing for an audience. There's a purpose behind writing. And you need to understand that there's a way to share it and accomplish that purpose. So, as you review the individual drafts, engage with them and please provide some suggestions of questions or areas that you think need some additional attention. Please stay away from stuff like punctuation or grammar. Look at the actual paragraph structure, look at the storyline. Does it answer all the questions that you may have about an artifact? Is there any additional information that you want to know about the particular artifact? And I have to say, I've looked over everybody's artifacts, that have been posted. A lot of interesting concepts about what a cultural artifact is and how it's played a role in their lives. So please remember, Writing is not about you, it's the reader, but it's also the reader's responsibility in peer review to help, not just affirm, but to help the writer move the draft forward. So, that being said, if you have any questions about the peer review process or your report, please send me an email. Good luck.